Remember The Batman? No, not that The Batman. This The Batman. Airing on Cartoon Network from 2004 to 2008, this was an incredibly underrated Batman cartoon that I think never got the respect it really deserved. I suppose it suffered a bit from middle child syndrome, coming right between the acclaimed Batman the Animated Series and the delightfully campy Batman the Brave and the Bold. Yet despite at 5 seasons being the longest running Batman cartoon and winning 6 daytime Emmys, most people only seem to think of The Batman as, hey, wasn't that the show where the Joker had dreadlocks? If only they could see past the admittedly jarring character designs, they'd find a fun action show with cool characters, exciting stories, and incredible voice acting. I mean, Kevin Michael Richardson as the Joker?
My card.
Tom Kenny as the Penguin?
That's the dingus.
Gina Gershon as Catwoman? Meow.
And by the way, I still find you scary.
So today I want to honor this overlooked show by counting down my personal top 10 favorite episodes, starting with number 10. The show's final season saw Batman teaming up with multiple other superheroes for buddy adventures. Superman, Flash, Green Arrow, and even Martian Manhunter made appearances. In Ring Toss, Batman joins forces with Green Lantern.
Green Lantern?
The only problem is that Green Lantern loses his ring and it ends up in the hands of the Penguin.
A perfect fit.
Then later on, even the Dark Knight himself uses the ring to take on Sinestro, voiced by the late great Miguel Ferrer.
Here you see the major flaw in a Green Lantern ring. They stop working at the most awkward times.
Yeah, sure, this one pretty much shits all over years of established Green Lantern lore. I mean, not anyone is really supposed to be able to just pick up a Green Lantern ring and use it, and that's gonna piss off a ton of nerds, but the scenario does make for a pretty fun romp.
Need a hand?
Number 9. Clayfaces. Clayfaces delivers exactly what it says on the tin. Not one, but 2 Clayfaces. One good and one bad, duking it out with each other. It's like Gumby meets War of the Gargantuas. What more could a guy ask for? Number 8. Batgirl Begins, Parts 1 and 2. In one of the show's few two-parters, the Season 3 premiere sees Batgirl make her debut.
It's woman. Batwoman.
It'd take me too long to explain the why of it, but basically the Batman caused controversy by introducing Batgirl as Batman's first sidekick before Robin. Personally, I thought it was an interesting change, and well, Batgirl actually happens to be my favorite superhero of all time, and is easily my favorite character on this show, so I suppose I'm biased.
Oh, dude!
Batgirl Begins does a great job of establishing this version of Barbara Gordon and how she goes from high school student to superhero.
Mild-mannered Olympic hero by day, butt-kicking Batwoman by night.
Poison Ivy also makes her first appearance in this episode and... okay, of all the Bat villains to de-age into a teenager, picking perhaps the most sexually provocative one is kinda fucked up.
Why fight, Batman, when we can kiss and make up?
But I think they kinda make it work here by giving her cool powers and giving her a neat backstory that ties in with Batgirl's origin, which adds a nice personal layer to their rivalry.
I owe you my thanks, Batgirl.
It's forget it.
Number 7. Rumors. A new vigilante shows up in Gotham and starts rounding up villains. Batman has to stop him before he can stage a mass execution of Gotham's most wanted.
This is the end. For all of you.
A story we've seen told before in Batman media, and honestly told better, but what makes Rumors a standout episode is the final action scene, where Batman and Robin have to take on pretty much their entire rogues gallery all at once. What a sight to behold. Number 6. Despite him looking like a Marilyn Manson reject, I loved this show's take on the Riddler, and Riddler's Revenge is my favourite Riddler-centric episode. It delves into the tragic origins of how Edward Nygma fell into a life of crime, and is unusually dark for this particular Batman incarnation.
And in that one moment, I lost my last chance to...
To what?
to not be the Riddler.
We get to see all sides of Riddler here. He's funny, scary, and sympathetic.
I thought you understood me.
I understood you were a psychopath, one that was going to ruin any chance for success.
And so you got rid of me. Very smart. But I think we can make you smarter yet.
You'd be forgiven for thinking you were actually watching Batman the Animated Series again.
One last riddle, Robin. When is a villain not the villain?
Oh, and did I mention that Riddler is voiced by Robert fucking Englund? Freddy Krueger himself?
No question about it, Batman. This time I will have my revenge.
No wonder he's my favourite version.
Okay, try this one on for size. What's at the beginning that's also at the end?
Don't you ever get tired of riddles?
Oh, but you'll like this one.
Number 5, Two of a Kind reintroduces Harley Quinn into the Batman, making her first appearance outside of the DC animated universe for which she was originally created. Rather than being a doctor at Arkham Asylum with the Joker as her patient, here she's reinvented as a daytime talk show akin to Dr. Phil, and the Joker is her #1 fan.
I love this show! The girl's more screw-loose than me!
When her show gets cancelled, the duo decide to team up and go on a merry rampage around the city, all set to a jaunty show tune.
You're my gal and I'm your fella. Dressed up in your frock up yeller. I look swell, but you look sweller. Setting the woods on fire.
Come on, how can you not love that?
I don't care who thinks we're silly. You be daffy and I'll be dilly. We're gonna run to bulls and cherry. Setting the woods on fire.
Oh, and Hynden Walsh was the perfect successor to Arlene Sorkin as Harley's voice.
So, you didn't like my show? Well, try this one. When animals attack people I hate! It's a comedy!
Come at me, Tara Strong fans. Number 4, Artifacts is the Batman's take on
The Dark Knight Returns.
In the grim darkness of Gotham's future, Batgirl has become Oracle, Robin has become Nightwing, voiced by Jerry O'Connell randomly enough.
You think you got one more in you, old man?
I'm just hoping you can keep up, Robin.
And Bruce Wayne has apparently become addicted to steroids. He's forced to don the cape and cowl one last time to battle Mr. Freeze, voiced awesomely by Clancy Brown.
You see, Batman, the African star is no ordinary diamond. Its uniquely perfect structure will allow it to act as an energy amplifier for my cryocannon, a machine with the power to alter this city's weather forever.
God, I could listen to that guy read a phone book.
It's almost poetic, don't you think? That which is most precious to me, diamonds, will allow me to achieve my ultimate dream, turning Gotham into a frozen kingdom over which I will rule.
Number 3, Strange New World. 2 words, zombie apocalypse. What more do I honestly need to say? For those who dismiss The Batman as being a show that was dumbed down for kids, I highly recommend this one. All I could say is, strap yourself in for one of the most intense half hours of children's animation you're ever going to see.
You okay?
That depends. Were you a zombie 10 seconds ago?
Number 2, Thunder, features my all-time favorite Z-list bat villain, Maxi Zeus, a history and mythology-obsessed billionaire who thinks he's descended from the Greek gods themselves.
You might say the classics inspire me.
When he loses a mayoral election to TV's Adam West,
Where? I love that gag.
Zeus acts like a real sore loser, threatening to destroy Gotham with his own personal airship, the New Olympus.
Now watch as your city hall crumbles, swift as lightning.
It's up to Batman and Batgirl to get on board and foil his plans.
Now boarding Evil Fortress of Destruction.
Not only do we get a lot of cool action scenes with this one, this is also the episode where Batman first begins to really accept Batgirl as his sidekick, and comes to realize that not being all alone in this whole crime fighting thing might not be such a bad thing after all. Oh, and he says one-liners.
The New Olympus?
It's on its way to becoming the new Atlantis.
Finally, number 1. My favorite episode of The Batman is Team Penguin.
I love this movie!
Penguin decides to form his own team of supervillains and invites several of Gotham's worst to join him. There's Ragdoll, voiced by Jeff Bennett.
How about Villains United?
How about you shut up?
Firefly, voiced by Jason Marsden.
What if we call ourselves the Gotham Gangsters?
Team Penguin is not up for debate!
Killer Croc, voiced by Ron Perlman, which is fucking awesome.
I knew it! This is about a stupid bird.
And Bane, voiced by Joaquim de Almeida.
I am Bane, the last opponent you will ever face.
Unfortunately, the big guy gets taken down by Batman pretty much right away. Enter Killer Moth, his supposed replacement. Penguin is less than impressed, to say the least. Nonetheless, this entire ensemble is a lot of fun to watch together.
Listen, Mothball, there's only room for one killer here. That's Killer Croc.
They play off one another really well, and Killer Moth is pretty fucking funny.
Freeze!
But what really puts this one over the top for me is that it's Batgirl-centric, which you know I love by now. This episode is the first time she has to work alongside Robin, which does not go smoothly.
Who's the pixie?
Robin, official partner to the Dark Knight.
And is also the first time she actually gets to go to the Batcave.
Bruce Wayne. Knew it. And that makes you Dick Grayson.
And you are?
Sorry. As a not quite official freelancer, I have to go the extra mile to protect my privacy.
She's Barbara Gordon.
Gordon? As in the commission's kid?
And if all that's not enough, we get to see Killer Moth transform into a giant monster, mutating the most laughable member of Team Penguin into its most dangerous asset. At its heart, this episode is just pure fun, with a lot of great character stuff, and I think that sums up the Batman as a whole.
Blue Ribbon and the Insect Rodeo. You're not so bad after all.
Well, it was your distraction that made it possible. Of course, leaving yourself so exposed like that is completely reckless.
Oh yeah? Who crashed the giant moth monster into the roof? You'll be 40 before you get to drive the Batmobile.
At least I'll get to drive it.
This show wasn't always as deep as Batman the Animated Series, but you know what? It didn't need to be. The Batman was a fun, cool show that offered a unique take on the Dark Knight and the world he inhabits.
How'd you do that?
I'm the Batman.
So if you look down your nose at this series, I say give it another chance. It might be better than you remember.
And join us again next week when Batman analyzes the Freudian implications of Penguin's umbrella.
I need a hero!